like this. Oh, it's over. Oh, oh, thank God it's over. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Four children. What are their ages?
16, 12, 10, and 7. What the 7-year-old is his daughter.
Okay. And how can you give us a sense for how hard it has been these last nearly 3 years?
It's been really hard. Um, as far as the little one especially, and I have to tell her that regardless of what he did, that's still her father. We're in grieving counseling constantly. It's been a struggle, but I'm finally getting the kids to where they need to be, you know. And I thank God, if it wasn't for God and these children, I couldn't have made it because I lost a son 7 months before I lost my daughter, you know. And I'm just glad it's over. I'm glad that he was a man for once in his life and owned up to what he did to my child, you know. And like I said in the courtroom, all he had to do was walk away.
What happened? Obviously they must have been happy when they got together and were married. And then what happened?
Yeah, well, um, when my daughter first married him, me and my husband didn't go to the wedding. I told her that I was not going to her funeral, you know. Her and Travis was like oil and water. Um, he constantly cheated and he did things to her, and she finally left him alone. All she wanted to do was for him to leave her alone. And my daughter was a full-time student. She was a full-time mother, and she had a full-time job.
Where was she working?
She worked for Revenue Recovery Incorporation on Summer. He was hiding. He went out to her house. Well, he went to her job that morning, but he missed her then because she had to go for one of the kids to school. He came out to the house in Cordova. He kicked the back door in. She wasn't there. So he went back on her job and waited. And when she walked out to her car, that's when he killed her.
How long had the abuse been going on?
The abuse had been going on ever since he had got out of jail. He was constantly beating her up. She had to hide up on the cars. He was whooping the kids. He was real abusive to my daughter. And my daughter started retaliating. She started fighting back. But she loved him. She loved him. And, domestic violence is arising, here in the state of Tennessee, basically everywhere. And when the abuse starts, it's easy for me to say, you gotta walk away. But it never gets any better. It always gets worse, and it ends up sometimes just like this.
There you were. I guess, did y'all have any kids left in the house before this happened, and now all of a sudden you have four? Is that your
No, we
situation?
didn't have any kids. She was my baby. so,
Okay, and
so I got four. Yeah,
you got
yeah,
four, and
yeah.
so how old are you?
I'm 59.
That's my
Yeah,
age.
yeah.
And so try to convey the best you can how life is different than you expected it to be a few years ago.
Well, I could always call my daughter. I've always been in their life. When I got tired and wanted to rest, I could always call my daughter and say, come get your kids. I can't do that anymore. Um, I miss my child. I got 4 kids. I got teenagers, and ooh, it's different from when I was raising kids. But we okay.
What do you think about life without parole? Are you okay with that?
Yes, I want him to realize every day what he did. And like I said, he didn't only destroy us, he destroyed his family as well, you know, because that young man that I hugged, that was his son. And my daughter used to have this little boy with her, you know. Um, Travis messed up. He messed up a lot. He he was a destroyer, and I'm glad they put him away so he can't destroy it. Now, let's see who's gonna destroy him.